Yes, people, welcome to United View, man. Welcome to another Flex's View / Reflections / Morning View, because it is a Monday show. It is 9 a.m. and this is usually where we get the morning view. But when it's the day after a game, especially the big games, I like to do my reflections, man, and just sort of see where I'm at, question myself, see how we're feeling, and I just get deeper into my thoughts, and I want to share them with you. So that's no different to today after the derby. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I've been thinking, and I want to, before I talk about this today, this isn't so much in response to the derby as in the performance yesterday that's made me think a full clear out. Like, I have decided that that's what I think should happen, but it isn't necessarily because yesterday we should have done better than that, and yesterday we should have, been able to take the game to City, and we should have played them off the park, but we had no style of play. It isn't that. It isn't that. It's actually a wider situation, right, of my realization yesterday. And let me tell you what I mean by that. So I'm saying, like, full clear out is needed. Change it all. Change it all. And the reason why I say that is, forget what we did yesterday in terms of how we set up and the tactics and Eric's subs, and forget all of that, because there were players there who really fought. There's players there who did the maximum of what their capabilities actually are. But that's what I'm saying is the point. That's what I'm saying is the problem. The problem actually is take away my attachments and you love certain players and because that's gone. Like, in terms of, favorites and stuff like that, favorites FC and stuff like that. Take away the fact that I really want Eric to do well and, this, that, and the other, and I want him to stay and find a way. If I strip all of that down, with who we have, it has to be cleared out, because the golfing class to City exists for a reason, right? Because of the 10 years of mismanagement, because of the injuries, because of, we got 36-year-old Johnny Evans having to give it to his last embers, putting it in, and that's not me cussing Johnny Evans. That's just an indictment of where we're at. So the golfing class exists because of that. But with these players, we're never gonna make that gap up. Do you get that? Like, in my opinion, if you sort of change the manager, or we, with these same players, or if we kept these same players and kept it all as it is, it's not a time thing. Like, these players have had their chance to do something at Man United. These players have proven that they're not going to be the ones to cut that gap down to City and Liverpool and Arsenal. They're not. And that's not like a Ten Hag, you got get out of my club, you fraud. It's just a realization that what he has there is never going to be good enough. And is Ten Hag going to be good enough himself? Is he going to be the guy to, with whoever it is in the Premier League, to take us forward with whatever players? Because some people will say, obviously, just get Ten Hag better players. I'm just not sure who he is going to be. And I just think that, like I said, what I really want to happen is Ten Hag can survive Ineos not making a change in the summer and change it above him, and then it all gets ripped apart, like the team. But the more I look at it, I just think Ineos will make that decision. Ineos will be like, well, hang on a minute. We're 11 points off top 4. I'm being extremely pessimistic here, but it's just the way I think it's going to go. I could be wrong. Probably get knocked out the FA Cup by Liverpool, or if not, don't win the FA Cup. And the brand of football we're playing is way off. If they're going to make a change, if you're Ineos, now would be the time. Paul Scholes had some interesting comments, because we will talk about a little bit about that as well, about some of the comments after the game from Ten Hag and others. And Paul Scholes says, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not there. I think Ineos have already made their decision. So look, I'm not saying because Paul Scholes said it, that means it's true, and that means that's what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, that's his opinion. But I just think the more you look at it, with Rashford, Bruno, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Maguire, Scott McTominay, Casemiro, Anthony, who else is there? Dalot can stay, I'd say. The Ghost, the Wraith, the Phantom, Varane, the Peas, the money's on. Probably not going to be there for long. Wan-Bissaka. Who else? I think I said Ericsson already. Amrabat. There's no point talking about that. You know, the only people that you're looking at that can stay, in my opinion, and actually change what we're doing is Rasmus. Cool. Kobe Mainu. Cool. Young. Garnacho. Cool. But even that's like bench / be in the squad. Onana's an interesting one. Onana can probably stay up. I would keep him. Martinez, you keep him. And like I said, Dallo can stay, but if there's a better right back who comes in, he can, be in the squad / bench or start, and the other guy comes in, whatever. But that's fine. That's pretty much it. About 5 guys, 5 players, 5 players out of a whole 24-man squad or whatever it is that you're looking at, saying that's what we can really do with there. And if I'm forgetting it, Johnny Evans, bless him, he's been one of our better players. But let's be honest, Johnny Evans shouldn't be at Man United in 2024, going into 2025. Shouldn't be there. And that's it, really, isn't it? Malacia, squad player, young, he's not really that great, but it's okay. Could be in the squad to back up to a top draw left back. There's nothing that exists in that squad that tells us, that shows us that it's capable of turning it around and catching people. And that's what I truly mean about change it all. Clear it all out. Ten Hag was sort of saying some of his quotes. He said for a long time in the game, we were very proactive in defending, protecting our box and keeping them away from opportunities, and then going to counter-attacks, and then we had our moments. We know City is a very good team and very consistent in the way we play. In terms of catching Aston Villa, which I don't think we've got a chance in hell of doing, but I get it. Ten Hag's not going to give up. He said it can be a quick turnaround and we go into another final and try and get closer to them. It can be an advantage that the 5th spot can also be Champions League, so we have to go for it and win our games. So, he's just saying the truth, really. 5th is enough, but it's like, it just shows where we're at. But I'm not entirely crazily mad at that, because that is where we are. He said Ten Hag asked about having the same number of Premier League goals as Luton and only 1 shot on target versus City. I don't think it's a good question today. As you see from January, we scored many goals. I think we are really progressing on that side. And it's like, but it is a question for now, Eric. It is, because yes, we started scoring some goals in January, and then obviously Rasmus got injured, and now it slowed down a little bit between Fulham, Forest and yesterday. But it's a common theme, bro. Our goal difference is bloody, what is it? 1 or minus, back to minus again now, probably. What is our goal difference? Can't even remember. Bradley was talking about it yesterday. It absolutely is a valid question, because we haven't it's not just from yesterday where this happened. Look, our goal difference is minus fucking 2. Sorry to swear so early. So it is a valid question, and it's minus 2, not after 1 game, the opening game of the season, or 2 games. It's minus 2 after 27 games. Like, we've scored 37 goals. The next team to score that low, Fulham, have scored more. Luton Town have scored the same. Yeah, Luton Town scored 37. We're in company with Sheffield United, have scored 22. Burnley have scored 25. Brentford have scored more than us. Palace have scored 32. And Bournemouth are just behind on 35. That's the company we're keeping. Forest have scored 34. We're down there with the bottom teams. The very, very bottom teams. And we got 39, and conceded 37. Sorry, scored 37, conceded 39, hence the minus 2. So it's a problem. That I just think that's what makes people think, hang on a minute, Eric. It isn't just, you can't just say that because we scored a couple of goals in January, mate. We're 27 games in, and we've scored hardly any goals. I mean, we've got a goal difference of minus 2. That shouldn't be happening at all. Casemiro was talking about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He said it's very clear that Ineos and the new owners want to do this on pledging to knock City off their perks. I hope that they arrive and grow together with us, as it is important for the club to have people who want to grow here. That he did that with ESPN Brazil. He said that is a big objective. We also have to be humble and accept that City are at the moment not in history, as the history of Manchester United speaks for itself, but they are today the team to beat. Everyone wants to beat City. And like I said, the Paul Scholes thing was, I think Ineos have already made their minds up. I don't think he'll be there next season. I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking for a new manager now. So yeah, there you have it, guys. My thing is it's not a, you can click the, I hope you haven't clicked this video at the beginning and gone, what? So you're saying Eric Ten Hag, what about these players, the injuries? This is what's wrong with the club. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with the realization that we're never going to close the gap with these players. They all got to get out. And if Ineos want to change it, the whole thing, the best time to do it's going to be in the summer. That's just how I feel. And I think the rest of the season will just peter out. So let me know what you guys think, guys. Let me know how you're thinking. And it isn't a direct, like I said, it isn't a direct. So you're saying Eric Ten Hag should have done more against Man City. You're saying we were capable of playing better than that. No, that's exactly my point. We're not capable of playing any better than that. And that's a huge, huge problem. Injuries or no injuries. Like, yes, if we had like Rasmus Højlund playing and Martinez playing and Luke Shaw playing, of course, that would have helped us play a bit better. But we still would have been camped in our own half, under massive pressure, etc., etc. Just like last year when we played City with our full team. Got mash up away from home. Just like last year when we played, Liverpool with our full team, got lost 7-0, mate. Let's not act like we ain't had our full team out and got licks. So yeah, that's just where I'm at with it. Let me know what you think. See you soon, guys. Peace.